formats actually, and through which people actually come and interact with me on WhatsApp. So there are two kinds of people I see. Number one are aspirant who are going to give this exam this year, that is on 25th May 2025, and that will be their first attempt or maybe their repeat attempt. And then there are people who are fascinated by UPSC and IAS exam and all, and they do not have any mindset. They say that they will do it in next year, or they want to do preparation, and so they come for that. Elevate IAS is actually boosting your self study. I believe in self study kind of a module, rather than coaching kind of an institute. Coaching institutes, everything is necessary in their own terms. I will not deny any fact, but when it comes to why I am striving, I felt either you do coaching, you do anything, you'll have to study, self study. You have to make yourself sit and do study, and that is what the challenge is, and that is where I felt like there is a requirement of mentoring and guidance, where somebody like somebody whom you can open up to and discuss, because it is not always the study doubt which will create problem. It is the day to day life and life problems that will challenge out the preparation or your hard work. Now that is about the determination, and that is about my organization and how I intend to work. So today's session is directed towards one. First, in my ad, I talk about GS Foundation program, absolutely free. So, what is that program? And I also talk about approach to UPSC exam, which is for this prelims 2025. So, I'm going to talk about that in the session. So, irrespective of whatever is your attempt, consider this uh, as a mind opening session. You might have heard many information many
Sir,
times.
can you please tell me a strategy to solve the CSAT?
Yeah, first let me complete my entire session over here, and then I'll go on one,
Yes,
because
sir,
this is
sorry to
a,
interrupt you.
sorry.
Sorry to
Sorry.
interrupt you again, sir. Sorry
Yeah,
to
because
interrupt
it
you,
is
sir.
not one-to-one session. It is a bulk session. There are people who are watching in YouTube as well. So it's a weekly session. I understand your query. I will come back to that. So now coming to the people who are giving this year's attempt. So now 21st February is the last date for examination, filling the form for UPSC examination. In case you have not yet filled the exam, please fill the examination form. The reason being that filling the form does not count as attempt. But if you have filled the form and you are preparing for it, at least if your mind says you want to give the exam, you have an opportunity to go and give the exam. So exam day will decide whether your preparation is enough or not to go and attempt. But filling the form would be a safety side of it. So if you have not yet filled the form, please fill the form. And if you are facing any challenges, I have a separate video where I speak about managing OTR and filling the form. You can follow that, or you can take guidance from many people have posted filling the form. So with this, we'll talk about. So now what happens is, in examination, this UPSC Civil Service Examination, it is definitely considered as one of the toughest exam. Examination is called tough not because the exam portion is tough. It is because the amount of people who, the success ratio of exam, that exactly makes it tough. In one of the reports of 2020, the UPSC mentions that around 10 lakh people apply for the exam, and around 5 lakh of it come and appear the exam. From the 5 lakh people who appear the exam, prelims examination, if the vacancy is around 1,000, 12 to 13 times get selected for mains. So around 13,000, 14,000 people get selected for mains. After 5 lakh appear and 14,000 people get selected for mains. And from that 14,000, around three times the vacancy, around that is 3,000 people get selected for interview. And then 1,000 is the number of final selection. So in that ratio, if you see, the success ratio is even less than 0.0004. That makes the paper tough. So that is what one, if you think from that kind of data, yeah, it is tough. But if you think from the data that how much was your preparation, how did you Farewell. Did you remember the question and answer? Were you able to understand what the question is asking when it comes to prelims? Were you able to understand from which syllabus it is asking? Did you have the recall capacity? You might have downloaded or subjected many books, many things. People say a lot of books, lot of things. There is no one single book. You have to keep on learning. Did you understand the newspaper? What is current affair, relevant current affair? So many factors come together to decide whether your prelims examination is going to be good or bad. Similarly, for mains examination, did you understand the demand of the question? Did you understand what they are asking? Do you have enough writing practice? Even if 3 hours is given, in the same 3 hours, people are unable to complete the exam. If you are unable to complete the exam, how will you score marks? If you will not score marks, how will you get ahead in the merit? So these are certain challenges. It is not about learning. It is not about your potential to remember things, or it is not just about how good or how you are a gold medalist or you are a topper or you are a backbencher. It is not about that. It is about this exam is not checking your academic excellence. It is checking your academic ability for a job. So hence the approach has to be different. If you go by academic excellence approach, you might read multiple books, multiple authors, but still you will find toppers of the various universities, they are also unable to crack the exam. It is not just about that. Hence, if there is any single way is your own consistent hard work, and there is no other thing. You will fail multiple times. You will see a lot of people talking about many things, but what is relevant to you, that you have to decide. And until unless you do not try it out through your hand and practice, giving time to it, you cannot take a decision whether it was good strategy or a bad strategy. Now coming to the exam which we have in our hand for the prelims. So considering today there is around 93 days remaining, but I have created a strategy which I'm talking about around in what can be done in 70 days. Absolutely. So apart from that, I have also written a book, that Ultimate Revision Guide, Rapid Revision Technique, which I have shared the link to purchase the book. And if you have purchased the book, how you will use the book, I will talk about the same thing also in this session. So first, let us focus on, if you are doing your self-study, what exactly you need to do in current time. Firstly, I'm sure you have to first take out the previous year examination paper, which is available there in the UPSC website. Try to see, you can read the previous year MCQ paper and understand each question is coming from which syllabus. Do you have that kind of skill set? If you have not done that, then your preparation is not enough. First of all, the basic ability of a candidate or aspirant is to, the moment he or she sees the MCQ question, he should be able to categorize it is physical geography, or it is regional geography, or it is a current affair question, or it is an economic question, from the options and from the question language. If that ability is not reached, you're still not there. You need to prepare a lot. Second, it is a time bound exam. If I give the same question paper to a 10th class student and give them unlimited time, by the end of it, they will try to solve it and get it, even clear the exam. But it is to be done in 2 hours. So your practice has to happen, that even if you read so many things, so many material, when you practice your multiple choice question as a revision question for the day, you see that in 30 seconds you are able to crack the question or attempt the question. Either you know it, either you don't know it. Leave it and move on. That needs to happen from today. There is a vast syllabus. Many times everybody says UPSC asks everything under the sun. Absolutely, they will ask, because if India is relevant, anything that makes it relevant is also irrelevant. So what happens in this vast syllabus? What trap we fall into? We fall into a trap that we want to complete all the 100% of syllabus. Maybe this will come from this area, maybe this will come from this area. This fear of missing out actually makes us download multiple magazine, multiple you know uh, content, and we actually do not become collector, but we become a content collector. We have a folder, we have a hard disk which has all the good content material of UPSC from across the country of best institute, but we do not get time to even open up and see the PDF. If you are also one of them, then I'm telling you, you have to leave all that thing, and you have to see that every 24 hours is unique to you. How you can spend that 24 hours, at least gaining half an hour. If it is a 70 days strategy, so you see 70 questions you have to attempt in the examination. So every day you at least prepare for one question. That is 2 months. So that kind of effort you have to pay. Right. Second is, in the school or in the colleges, we know that whom we are giving the exam with. In a classroom that there are 60 students and there are things. But in a competitive examination, you do not know what is the amount of people who in which part of the country is competing with you. So if you are somebody who thinks that they need to know and gauge the competition before preparing, then you have to compete with your own self. That you have to better in every attempt, better in every practice test, better in every revision paper. Because if you do that, that is the only belief and faith that will help you to cross across this challenge. So there are syllabus. Currently, we will say that let us not talk about the optional syllabus because we have only 193 days remaining for prelims. So we have to see in this prelim examination, there is something called as GS paper 1, which talks of area like history, polity, economy, geography, and current affairs. And there is something called CSAT paper, Civil Services Aptitude Test. Again, now this is a qualifying paper, and it asks you to do 33% is the qualification uh, amount marks. Now, negative marks are there in both the sides, and this asks you to do the CSAT is especially one of the years in last 2 years, 2022 or 23. CSAT was very tough. So it became a very challenging for aspirant. That qualifying paper itself was very difficult. Now, how a paper becomes tough? A paper becomes tough when you start loving the question paper. This thing is on a question paper. So what happens in CSAT? Many people took mathematics as their challenge. Okay, I am an engineer. How can I not solve it? I will take my time and do it. Now, this, if you were in the examination, if you have that kind of attitude, then you are stuck. Because the moment you spend more than 2 minutes in any question, you're losing time from other questions. People who cleared the exam did one strategy. They screened through entire paper and figured out what are the 40 questions which are easily doable. Okay, reading comprehension. Let me do reading comprehension. Out of 7 reading comprehension, 3 questions are easy. Let me do those three first. What is there in analogy and things? Okay, those are easy. Let me do that. So they figured out, they crossed the entire 80 questions and found out the easiest 30 to 40 questions to do. And they cleared the paper. But people who said, no, 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 I am a mathematician, I am an engineer, I am an English graduate, I will do this, they could not clear the paper that way. The approach to CSAT is that you have to have an awareness about aptitude about all the areas of subject, but doing the paper strategy, you have to read through entire paper and find out the easiest ones and do them. That is the only approach. Same applies to paper 1 as well. So when we talk about self-study program for the next 70 days, you have to see that how you can manage your syllabus, break down your syllabus, and then allocate time for each day. Each day will have different subject and different topic. So you have to prepare your own plan. I don't know how much 24 hours are in 24 hours, how much you can dedicate for your daily revision or preparation. If you are working, then yes, it is very difficult to figure out 3 to 4 hours per day. But if you are dedicatedly preparing, then yes, I would consider at least 8 hours a day. You can manage it out. But it doesn't also mean that you sit on the entire day and keep on preparing or reading, because that again will not do any good. You have to take breaks. You have to, train your brain accordingly. In fact, there are, a lot of, I know many people get influenced through YouTube and many other toppers talk where they mention that they studied for 16 hours, 18 hours, 20 hours. So it is like a tapasya. Now, if you are focused, determined, time will never be a question to measure. You are doing it until unless it is not complete. The moment you start measuring it with time, then there is something wrong. It is just to talk and make it look as a task. So when you are involved in something, how the time goes, you do not know. So that is, I think, is what I want to say as an approach. Even if you schedule a time, for example, if you have any, if you are stuck to a lesson, or if you are reading something and you are not complete, you will not feel restless until unless you have not completed it. So you have to bound yourself, but at a larger timeline. Coming to what are the, in my last 10 years interacting with many students who clear this examination and come in the final list, these are few things which I figured out has been common to all of them. First, they have the access to topic lists. Now, for that, you have to have the notification. See the original notification of each year, the entire topic list is mentioned, paper one and paper two of prelims and optionals and general studies paper. Book list, NCRT, NIS, and there are standard books also which are mentioned by the toppers. Access to test series for practicing MCQ on time bound. I'm not saying that you need to go to a coaching institute and you need to enroll that. I'm saying you can purchase or you can download previous year's question paper or various MCQ standard reputed UPSC level question papers which are available in the market in the website, and practice at your home on time bound practice. Test series for mains, again answer writing for and GS for GS mains papers and optional and essay and current affair update. So these are the 5 things on which the success pillars of any candidate happens. What am I going to do is, after this session, I'm going to share you a list of topic which is through notification. I'm going to share you the list of book which is a toppers book. It is not my list, it is what toppers mention. You may have the book, you may not have the book. When it comes to NCRT and NIS, these are publicly available in domain. So you can just go and download from the websites. And but other sources you may have to purchase. It is up to you if you want to purchase or not. Third is test series for prelims. That you need to go for previous year's question, which is available in UPSC website. Test series for mains. Now again, previous year's questions is more than enough, and you can take the help of any of the mentor to correct your paper. Even I do that for GS for essay. And but there are so many people who are there to help you with the provide services of mentoring and guidance. And then current affair update. Now that current affair, you can see that various reputed institute publish their magazines, which is free. And I think you can download them and you can start doing that. We also have something, but we also compile it from the Hindu, the Indian Express, and the current affair magazine. There's nothing uniquely done. But if you want to take that, you can take that as well. We hearing is I do that personally. So what are the other factors which manages this factors? What is that difference between somebody who cracks or is there in the final list and somebody who feels like I did everything but still I'm not there? Number one is consistency. Multiple times, multiple failure will happen, not just in exam, but when you are preparing for this exam in that a life duration. I've had my students go through various health problems, family problems, relationship problem, losing parents, losing property, so many other scenarios, challenges during the entire program, during the entire duration of that lifetime when they're preparing. And we cannot decide this. We cannot, disown this. It is just what I can say. Life is like that, but they do not lose hope. They figure out, discuss out with their seniors or their parents or relations or even mentors what can be done next. There are challenges of economic challenges. What you call, they don't have money, they're poor and everything. But let me tell you, even if free everything is provided, still people do not do it. Though there's no value for anything which is free. Still I offer program for free, but that is my way of looking at it. But because if even if one person is benefiting it, let him or her benefit. I do not lose anything. But the moment it is free, people forget there is a time bound that they have not spent anything. मेरा तो कुछ नहीं जा रहा, nothing is going for me. So, but there are challenges people feel. If you are not in one of them, then you are very lucky, very fortunate. So you start your preparation accordingly. Stay motivated. Yes, obviously, the kind of people you are with, the kind of mindset you stay is going to matter. If you feel that nahi hoga mera, I will not be able to do it, it's very tough, then whatever you try, it is not going to happen. You go to any big, any magic tantra, mantra, religious fest, do anything, fasting for Mondays, anything you do. If your mindset is saying that it is not going to happen, then it is not going to happen. You have to see what kind of growth mindset or attitude change you need to do. Adapt and evolve. It is not as every year the problem is new when you have to read the notification. If it is about 2025 exam, read the 2025 notification. People misinform themselves. They hear from YouTube, they read old notification, they hear from some senior, but they do not cross check themselves. They still do not know where, how UPSC, who is the exam conducting organization. They've heard from some senior. There is the exam called UPSC. Where is the UPSC website? There are previous year paper available. What is notification? Still, they are not aware. You need to be aware about these basic things. And then comes believe in yourself. Come may what. This is the only fundamental recipe for anything to happen in life. If you do not believe in yourself, nobody in the world is going to believe in yourself. If you discount your uh, abilities, then there is no answer to it. So you have to figure out how you stand up to this challenge, and if it is about this exam, then how you're going to stand up to it. I'm not saying why this only exam, because why you want to become civil servant, there might be multiple answers. But will you actually become? Nobody can guarantee. You can do a hard work, and as a mentor, I can help you direct your hard work in the right energies or the right part, right direction of effort. That's the only thing. But who has to take the effort? You have to take the effort. Now, coming back to the advertisement which says that GS Foundation program is free. So this is the first step, and this is the only, I would say this, that nothing has such program across any coaching institute, any website, anywhere. Nobody is sending anything free. This is only my initiative. This is only first time, and this is something for, as I mentioned, that people who are not aware about this exam and still feel, if if I have everything, I can do it. Please do it. You have everything. This program is run through email. You have to enroll. There is a link you can see in the description itself, or in the website www.elevateias.com, or in the message when you're reaching out to me over WhatsApp. Go to the website, enroll yourself, validate your email. Every day you will get something to study from NCRT or the relevant book, which is part of GS Foundation program. You will have chapter notes. You will have MCQ, practice question. You will have current affairs. You will have something for CSAT. You will have something for mains answer writing. You will have something for essay. Everything, every program you see is available. It is just in the same lines like MIT Open School. It is available. You can just enroll and start studying. You will get everything. Every Tuesday, not every Tuesday, every month, the second Tuesday, we have a doubt clearing session on Zoom. Who have taken this free program, they can come on Zoom and they can discuss doubts with me. Every day on the email, I collect doubts. I give all the links to send your feedback and doubts, and I answer them through WhatsApp as well before even waiting for Tuesday. So your doubt will not survive within your head for more than 24 hours. I will respond much faster. So I give my everything when it comes to this program. So this is the thing which I have advertised in my this thing, Instagram ads. So I would, if you have not yet done it, please do it. I can do one thing is to share my screen and show you how to do it. So if you're there in the website elevateias.com, you can see that one program for interview is going on. This is the form which you have to fill for free daily study plan. This is for English medium only. I am talking only for English medium. I have prepared in English medium and I am for English medium only. If you are Hindi medium, you can still benefit to be in discipline. Which topic you have to prepare, you can look for content in the Hindi and you can start doing it. But here, this is the program. You have to fill in and you have to just then see the validate your program. So now if so you can see that you will get an email like this where there will be a in every day you will get an email like this. There will be chapter note, there will be a video link, there will be download the chapter, then your revision practice, your CSAT paper, your current affair session, and your handout worksheet. You can so these like this you will get daily email, and your all the standard books will be completed as per this foundation program. This is a booster program. This is not the only single program. Once you start doing it, then you may primarily, it is like you can align it with your own program, own preparation. If you are doing coaching or if you are doing through your own study, this is going to help you to stay aligned with the uh, this thing. Now coming back to our presentation. So this is the free program and you can enroll. Apart from that, I also want to announce that for there has been query on various uh, what I am going to do for marathon prelims. So as I every year I take a marathon workshop. That workshop is basically a 5 days workshop every day, 10 hours live, 50 hours workshop, and that happens only in April and May like that. But due to many aspirants who told me sir that because they have their own schedule and timing and all, if I can do something, so I have created this 50-day program which starts from 10th of March. And here, what we are going to do is in 50 days, it's a marathon revision program. You will be getting through email all the access to the lectures, and you will be people who have enrolled will get access to the Zoom lecture, and people, if you miss out the lecture, you will get the recorded lecture. So we'll do this around for 45 50 days lectures on revising of history and culture, geography, polity, economy, science and tech, environment and ecology, current affair, international relations and schemes, CSAT, and which will quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, and reading comprehension. Apart from that, you will get test series, full test series for GS preparation, topic wise tests for practice, daily test for MCQ practice. The daily test is a 20 test mostly on the current affair part of it, and then sectional, that is subject wise test for high yield topics. So this is the 50 days program which starts from 10th of March, and one part is the daily email part of it, and you get the recorded lecture and everything, online test series. Second part is the marathon uh, revision, 5 days, 50 hours. So for one booster program, which assuming that your capacity to study and this thing increases, so you and I sit together online on YouTube. That will happen, and you at your home, you will be given your worksheets that will be already sent to you by email. You have to take printouts, and with that you have to complete your marathon workshop. So the program is for 5,000 rupees, and I will be sharing the link with the people who have registered for the daily weekly program. And if you want to Purchase it, purchase it, purchase it. There is no discount, no nothing, no this, that, early bird, nothing. This flat program with GST. If you feel you want to be a part of it, be a part of it. There's nothing giving guarantee that if I take this, I will do that. That institute is giving for that. I am not comparing or competing with any institute. People who feel that they want a guidance or mentoring, they from me they can take this program. I'm not any way selling or anything as such. It's up to your this thing. But the free program keeps on running, and you get the all the content which is required for the preparation for the exam. So I try that we enhance every possible way so that your approach or your attempt for this is the best ever attempt when you give the exam. And yes, definitely in today's era, the resource or what you are reading is important than only just collecting. Yeah, there are so many people who talk about this book, that book. I appreciate when you get time, you can read all the qualitative books. But when it is less time and we need to crack the exam for a career, then it is better to go with notes and things to improve upon. This is so not a new knowledge. These are all basic knowledge which any citizen in the country should have. 10th, everybody who has given 10th grade should be aware about it. Just because you have made it a first like examination, now we realize that we don't know anything about economics. All that you're reading is school book only, not any new PhD books. So here talking about very good PhD books is just to value add. But if you do not know your basic constitution, which was introduced to you in class 7th, and you say that Lakshmikant is the only book for reading constitution, then it is your ignorance. In your school, whichever board, state board, any part of India, you would have already studied it. That time it was school, so it did not feel like it is important. But now it is for IAS, it becomes important. So mock test is very important. Exam is about test and doing test on the time limit. If you are not in good in this part, however learned person you are, however great learning you can oratory, better knowledge, best knowledge, everything you may have, doesn't matter. People who can sit in the exam hall in 2 hours, complete 70 questions correctly, and do the CSAT question correctly, one point is what matters. So yes, these are certain revision strategies also we spoke about. One of the revision strategy which I can offer you right away, take the previous year question paper. Please read all the 100 questions, GS paper 1. Categorize that how many questions have come from geography, how many come from history, how many come from culture, how many from environment and ecology, how many from polity and governance, how many from economy, how many from science and tech, and how many from current affairs. Around 10 areas. Figured out how many questions have come. Attempt those questions. Say, for example, in history, 11 questions came. Question number 1, question number 7, question number 15. These are the question number. So, from the 11 question which came, how many did you complete? How many did you attempt it? What was correct or wrong? This way, you will come to know which is your area of strength and which is the area of weakness. First, to conquer any failure, you need to know about yourself. Understand whatever you are preparing, where do you stand. You will. These are the way to find out your weakness and strength. The moment you figure out, okay, my science and tech is strong, my polity is weak, my this thing is strong, you will categorize. For the next 40 days, areas which is your weak area, improve upon that. Read material, improve upon that. From mid-April till examination, only focus on strong area. No need to focus on weak area anymore. Because whatever you could do, you have already done in 40 days. Nothing will change in one night or 2 nights. If you are not able to recall, you are never able to recall. Leave that. There are other 99 questions to solve. So you have to figure out and create a strategy as per your strength, weakness. So this is the part of this thing. So I think that's the part of the session. And apart from that, I do offer mentoring for a 1 year attempt. So my mentoring charges are around 25,000, and that is one time. There's no subscription model. that every month this much, that, no. I have only very limited batch. I don't, especially fresher, I rarely take. I take people who have already given interview or already given mains or attempted. They are aware that there are things they do mistake. If you are not aware about that, then mentoring is of also no use, because we are not coaching institute. We cannot make you sit and attend everything. Lost it. At the age of 24, 25, 21, 22, if you're not able to do it, then who will, how can anybody make you do it? So that through online. So it's a very limited thing. But if you feel you need access, you need mentoring, yes, we do have provision. So with this, my session is over, and I'll be sharing you the links as we have spoken about of this thing. And yes, the book. I also want to share people who have downloaded the book and want to understand अब करना क्या है उसमें. uh, just a second. I hope you can see the screen. So this is the book. This is 21 rupees plus GST. Yeah. This is the e-book. So this is the ebook, and here what, yeah, one part of the book, if you see, we're talking about how do you plan your daily revision, what are the rapid revision technique on each subject, how you can manage and understand, create your own one-liner or way to understand and remember, subject-wise revision strategies, what how to manage practice, managing the exam stress, some reminders, and what is your post-exam year, what can be your mental attitude towards the exam. So there is a subject-wise topic list check, which is about, you can check tick mark what all you are preparing as you are revising. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. The magic is if you are able to complete 70% of this topic list, you are good to go for clearing this exam. I mention again, you do not have to do 100% of syllabus. You have to figure out 70%, and from that 70%, do 100% of that 70%. So in this topic list, if you have done 70% of tick mark, then you are good to go for as a great candidate who can clear the cutoff and be a part of the examination, people who are writing the examination. So this is how you have to use the book, and spend time with yourself to figure out your strength and weakness, and you will be able to do it much clearly. So with this, we are at the end of our session today. Thank you for attending this session. And in case you have any query, you can reach out to me over WhatsApp, and we'll close the YouTube stream here. Thank you for being a part of the stream. All the best for your